Evil Dead Burn. What the fuck? Up everyone, welcome back to Horror Report. We got all the horror, movie, and gaming news and everything between. I'm host Kyle Curtis Fletch. Today I'm going to give my thoughts on the new Evil Dead film, Evil Dead Burn, and there will be spoilers, folks, so if you haven't go watch it first and then come back and watch this video. So Evil Dead Burn, this film does not give a fuck. This film just doesn't care. This is a brutal film. It does not hold back. I will say though, the build for this movie does lack compared to the other previous two movies. I will say the performances, I think the performance from all the cast was amazing. There was some amazing camera work in this, which I'll jump into in a minute. I thought the actress that played Alice throughout the whole entire movie did an awesome job. She did amazing. This movie kicks off with two guys fishing at the lake. The other one walks off. The other one gets dragged into this familiar face out of the water, and then he gets pulled into the water with all these hooks ripping him up, all these hooks ripping apart, and then the other guy gets killed as well, and then this lady, this demon lady comes walking out of the lake, kills him, and then she walks into the street in this car, and the way I love this transition, the way when the car hits her, it transitions into this shot in this nightclub, and you all know what I'm talking about. And then Alice and her boyfriend, her husband, and her friends, having party, and they end up getting into a fight. And his character, you find out later on, his character is not good. But they have a fight. He goes drive off because he's drinking, and it's actually the car at the beginning where the demon lady ran into, and then she ends up burning him on fire and killing him, and then that's when the Evil Dead Burn title comes in, which I thought was awesome. And then they're dealing with the aftermath. They're all going to the funeral, and she has to deal with his family and brother and his girlfriend. And then this is where the brutality really comes in. It's when the father comes down to see his son in the morgue, and the guy says, "Okay, 5 minutes." And then he he has his grief, but then he hears um hears his son talking, and he tries to break him out of the thing, and then his son comes alive because the evil took over at that point, brings him back to life, and then kills the guy brutally, and then the evil takes over the father, and this is where it really goes. This is where it really starts getting crazy. Once it starts getting crazy, it does not stop. It does not stop. It does not stop at all, especially when they're all having their family get together at the table, talking and everything. Well, even before that, Alice finds the dad cutting himself on the arm, and stops him and takes the knife away. But you also find out that this family is connected to the original Evil Dead. You got the original Kardarian dagger, and you also know the legacy of Nobi, and you find out that their grandfather was Nobi and all that stuff. That's the way I caught it anyway. And then when they're at the table, this is where the film doesn't give a shit. This is where the film does not care. Spoilers, folks. Like I said, this guy gets so upset, especially when the dog's trying to talk to him, and he just starts stabbing the dog. And then this is where all hell breaks loose, and then they take the brother and his girlfriend take the dog, not the dog, take the father into the car, and the father starts just attacking the son and the girlfriend. The car kills the girlfriend because the son doesn't have the balls to shoot him, and just throws them all over the place, does smash him, and kills the girlfriend in a brutal way, but she's not dead. And like, yeah, this is where there's some humor in this film. There is some humor in this film because when the girlfriend comes back alive, all evil, because all evil took over the body and everything, the grandma says, "She's back to steal my money." She's back to steal the money. There's some humor. There's some humor in here. She's back to steal my money. Like grandma brought the actress that played the grandma did an awesome job. She brought the the non-serious moments because this movie is mostly serious, mean spirited. Like I tell you, I'm not sure where I would rank this yet because I don't know because I have to really think how I would rank these films and the whole Evil Dead franchise. But I don't know where to rank this yet. But like I said, the build-up was lacking. Yes, there's some brutal kills in here, and the performances were great. And I love the camera work, especially when they're fighting the girlfriend, and they kind of pull like an Alfred Hitchcock type camera. You know what I mean? When they're looking from the bottom, and they're fighting, and it's just moving, and Alice and the brother are fighting the girlfriend and fighting each other, and the camera just moves looking from above. I think that's some cool moments. That was there, like the, and then I do agree with Sledgehammer Horror when they're that is a cool camera when they do the mirror part. That is a cool scene. That is a cool scene, and and then of course they all turn evil at this point. The mom, everybody. You find out this family is actually not good at all, and especially they never understood why they knew that their son was a piece of shit. So, like Evil Dead Burn, and there's some really good music. It's good some sound moments in here. Um, is it one of the most brutal Evil Deads? Yes. Is it the greatest? To me, is it the greatest Evil Dead film? No, but I did have enjoyment. But like I said, I do have some cons with this movie because not there's some problems with this movie. But I do love the fact when we finally get to the weed whacker scene, especially in the bathroom when she's facing the mother and goes to town on her, and then able to kill the brother and everything. Finally get to the attic, kills the dad as well. Oh, and I love the camera work, especially it's the camera work we see in the teaser trailer when she's trying to get away that one shot, and they're fighting in the background and everything when the son and the mom's fighting the father. That was very cool to see that in full frame and see the full scene was awesome. Um, but no, back to the weed whacking scene. We finally got a brutal weed whacking scene. It's what part 7 was trying to do with the weed whacking scene, but all their kills got butchered. That's how I saw it. And when she finally, when everyone else is dead and the house is on fire and everything, she faces off with her ex-husband that was abusive, and they go to this construction site. They do a reference to Ash with the chainsaw, but she grabs a different weapon and finally kills them. And that was awesome. That was awesome. And there is two credit scenes to look forward to. The one where it's the grandma, and this girl comes and follows, and then she ends up taking the girl's legs, and then that's where it just ends. But the second one connects it to Evil Dead Rise. Connects it to Evil Dead Rise. There's this girl and her mom are at this funeral, and it shows they're looking at urns and all the names of the deceased, and then she it says the name of the mom from Evil Dead Rise, and then the mom from Evil Dead Rise comes and appears and kills the kid. And there's no pan away. They kill the kid right in front of you. They do the full kill right in front of you. And then she says, "Mom is back." And there we go. Yeah, like I said, Evil Dead Burn. There's some awesome stuff in here, but it also has its problems too. Like I said, I don't know where to rank this yet. Yes, it has its brutal moments. It's mean spirited. There's no really, really happy moment throughout this whole movie until it ends. Like this movie, once it starts, it doesn't end. So, and I thought the director did an amazing job, did some camera work, the cast did amazing stuff, and I had a good time with it. But there's still problems I have with it, like with the pacing and a lot of other things. So, and with the build up too. I thought the build up was better than the last two previous movies. So, all right, guys, thumbs down below what you think about Evil Dead Burn. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Awesome content like this. I'll be back with this Monday. Me and Sledgehammer Horror Ken will be doing a Jason Goes to Hell watch party, and then this Tuesday I'll be doing a Return of Godzilla watch party with Austin Pez Hell, and then this Wednesday I will be doing a horror movie deaths discussion with Celia from Let's Talk Terror. And then Friday, I'll be doing a Friday during the gaming streaming. I do have interviews coming and other videos coming in between. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Enjoy your day one. Cheers, everyone. Good night, everyone. Bye, everyone.